don't be panic, just rejoin the class. Understand?
Understand.
All right. Okay, so we are going to, yes.
A lot of people are raising their hand.
Yes, teacher already remind you that if you don't have anything to ask me, do not click on raise hand because that feature you can use if you wanna ask me anything only, okay? So today we are going to continue our revision on topic light and dark. We have done the revision about topic shadow, okay, in our previous class. So we're going to continue with clarity of shadow. Clarity of shadow. So Mia Dahlia, can you turn on your microphone?
Yes.
Mia Dahlia.
Yes.
Yes, okay, Mia, can you tell teacher what do you understand about the meaning of clarity?
Can you please repeat that word? Can you please repeat that word?
Clarity, C-L-A-R-I-T-Y. Clarity of shadow.
I don't know.
No, okay, it's okay. Thank you, Mia. Okay, so in our previous class, we have learned about how shadow is formed. This one, when the light is blocked by an object, this one, as you can see on your screen now, we have the star shape, okay? We have the star shape, okay? This yellow star shape is blocking the light from the light bulb. So that's why the shadow is formed. The light cannot pass through this star shape. That's why the shadow form on the white screen is clear. So this one we have done the revision in our previous class. This one is the activity that we have done in your activity book. Okay, if you observe the position of the torchlight in the arrangement A, the torchlight is behind the ball. So the light from the torchlight will move in the straight line and is directed to the ball. So the ball is blocking the light from the torchlight. That's why the shadow will be formed on the screen. So the first one, shadow means it have shadow. The second arrangement, okay, they put the ball behind the torchlight. So no shadow will be formed because the ball is behind the torchlight. So the light from the torchlight did not block by anything. So no shadow will be formed at all. Okay, this one is the activity in your science activity book, the one that you already done in the previous class. Okay, moving on the topic shadow, we have shadow play as well. So for as shadow play, many people sometimes use them for entertainment. If you have heard before, in Kelantan, they use shadow play in wayang kulit. Wayang kulit. Before this, when we learn about this topic, teacher already show you a video how wayang kulit is performed for the entertainment. Okay.
I
So,
know.
you know.
Because
Okay.
I know at Ipin.
Upin Ipin, they have that?
Yes. Some other
Yes.
play this apa tu wayang kulit.
Yes. So, since you already know what is
I know.
wayang kulit,
Say
ah,
hang tua, hang jebat, hang leke.
so they do the character of Hatua Hanjabat, then play the wayang kulit with them, like that?
Yes. I see it before. I see it.
Yes. Okay. Since
I see it in real life.
You have C as well. Okay. Because when we learn this topic before this, okay, during the first MCO, teacher already shown you a video about how wayang kulit is performed. Okay. So for the shadow play, yes.
Teacher, can I go
For
to
the shadow
toilet?
play, you need. Yes, you may go. For the shadow play, okay, why they use the various character, various type of object, because you need to know the shadow that form, okay, will be exactly the same, like the object that we use. For example, if teacher use my book, okay, if teacher use my book, then I put a torchlight. So the shadow that will be formed on the screen is exactly the same with the shape of the book. The shape of the shadow form will be exactly the same, exactly similar to the object of character or to the object that we use. So you just need to remember the shape of shadow is similar to the object, similar to the shape of object. For example, now, if you can see on your screen now, this woman is holding a paper plane. Okay, this woman is holding a paper plane. So the shadow form on the white screen is paper plane as well. It's exactly the same, right? So what we're going to do the revision today is about.
Teacher, can I go to water?
Yes, you can go to the toilet. If you want to drink water, you may go. Okay? All right. So we are going to do revision on clarity of shadow today. Clarity of shadow, whether the shadow is formed is clear or not. Okay? Teacher already attached the video in your seesaw. So during your individual self-learning letter, you can watch it on your own. All right? I don't want to watch it now because later some of you couldn't hear the sound and all. So later you just click the video that teacher already attached in Seesaw. You can watch it on your own, but after this, not now. Okay, now you can listen to my explanation first. Okay, so that day Afif mentioned about opaque object, right? Afif mentioned about opaque object. So what is the meaning of opaque object? In case if you already forgot this one, we already learned about this one, but now we are doing the revision. Okay, in case you forgot what is opaque object, it is the object that cannot be seen through. Cannot be seen through. For example, we have the first example here, we have a brick, this one. The first picture is a brick. So if you're holding a brick, okay, if you're holding a brick, so you cannot see through that. You cannot see what is in front of you if you're holding a brick. Second one is a book. So I have a book on my hand now, all right? So if teacher do like this, you guys cannot see my face, right? Means it is not see-through. You cannot see me. Okay? So that is what meant by opaque object. Opaque object, you cannot see through them, right? You cannot see through them. Okay, the second one, we have transparent object. What's meant by transparent object? Transparent object, they will let the light pass through them. Means the light can pass through them. Okay? You can see through the object. For example, teacher have my water bottle now. Okay? So since the light can pass through my water bottle, I can see through them. For example, if I'm holding it like this, teacher can still see my screen. So that is the definition of light can pass. You can see through that object. Okay. So the easiest example, okay, we have plastic bag. For example, if you're holding a plastic bag, you can see through that. Second one is the glass mug. Okay, here is the second one, glass mug. You can see through that. You can see what is inside the mug. Okay, all right. The third one always gets some of you confused. Translucent object. What is meant by translucent object? They only allow some of the light to pass through them. Only some. For just now, For transparent, you can just see the coffee inside the mug, right? But now for translucent object, if you can observe the first picture here, okay, this is the picture of an office, okay, office. So now, they use the translucent object, which is frosted glass as the window cover for the office. So you can see there's a person inside this room, okay? You can see, oh, there's two person inside the room, but you cannot see their face. You cannot see what they're holding. So this is what object that allows sunlight to pass through it, man. Okay, only sunlight can pass through. So you can only see, okay, there's two person, but it's not clear. That's what translucent object do. Okay, so this is the example of translucent object, which is frosted glass, right? Frosted glass. Second one, tissue paper. Okay, if you're holding a thin tissue paper, okay, you can see what is behind, but it's not too clear. If you hold it in front of your friend, you can see, oh, I can see my friend's face, but it's not clear. You cannot see their face feature clearly. All right. And one of the easiest examples which I can give you is the leaf here. If you can see, okay, if you can see, this hand is holding a leaf. So you can see the shape of the hand, of the finger. You can see the shape of the finger, but you cannot see it clearly. What color is it? How it looks like exactly? But you can see, oh, there's a finger behind the leaf. That's what translucent object do. You can see something behind it, but it's not clear like transparent. If the object is transparent, you can see right through that. Okay. All right, so far, can you guys understand? Can you show me thumbs up if you can understand those three types of object? Can you show
Yes,
teacher
I
thumbs
can
up?
understand.
Understand.
I understand.
All right, Alhamdulillah, well done everyone. Okay, so teacher hope you guys still remember what have we learned, all right? So the first one, we have opaque object. For the opaque object, you cannot see through them because the light cannot pass through. So in terms of formation of shadow, if the object is opaque, the shadow that form will be clear. Why? Because the light cannot pass through. We know that we know that shadow will form when the light cannot pass through the object, right? So Yusuf, can you turn on your microphone?
Yes.
Okay, so if we are using opaque object, the shadow that will be formed is clear or not? Clear or not?
No.
For opaque object, for example, teacher have this book, right? This book is opaque object. If teacher put like this, you cannot see my face. You cannot see through this object. So if teacher use this book, okay, the shadow that will be formed, clear or not, Yusuf?
No.
Shadow that will be formed, clear or not? Huh?
That's not my internet problem, and now it's alright.
Okay, it's okay, Annie. You already rejoined, right? Okay, it's okay. It's okay. Teacher will ask you once again. Shadow will form or not if teacher use this book to block the light from the torchlight, Yusuf? The shadow will be formed or not? Shadow will be formed or not?
NO. Saya bagi clue. NO.
No?
Yes.
Yes, so the shadow will be formed because just now teacher already told you if the light cannot pass through means the shadow will be formed. Okay. Iskandar Mizani. Yes, yeah.
Boleh tak ulang teacher cakap tadi? I put my cat food.
Huh?
My mom asked me to take my cat food.
Then
Can you repeat again?
can I repeat again? Okay, just now teacher explained to your friend about three types of object. The first one is opaque object. Yeah, follow after teacher, opaque object.
Opaque object.
Opaque object. What is opaque object? Yeah, no or not? What is opaque object? No. Okay, opaque object is the object that did not let light to pass through them. Light cannot pass through. Light cannot pass through means if you put a torchlight, you put a book here, the light cannot go through this book. The light cannot go through. So, if teacher put the book and torchlight, the shadow will be formed or not?
Yeah.
Yes, why?
Because the light cannot pass through.
Yes, well done, Alia Alicia. Correct. So now you understand what is the meaning of opaque object?
Yeah.
Yes, opaque object is the material that cannot pass through. Okay, I can turn off the microphone. All right. Ain Kalisha, can you turn on the microphone?
Yes.
All right, Ain. So the second one we have transparent object. Just now Yaya already said about opaque objects. The second one we have transparent object. Okay, what is meant by transparent object, Ain? You can see through or not? The transparent object. You can see through them or not?
Yes.
Yes, you can see through. So teacher holding a water bottle right now. So this is transparent object or not?
Yes.
Yes, because why it's called transparent object? Because what, Ain? Because we can see through them. For example, if teacher hold this like this, you can see my face, right? You can still see my face, correct or not, Ain?
Yes.
Yes, even if teacher hold the water bottle like this, you can still see my face. That's why we call this as transparent object. All right, good job, Ain Kalisha. Hana Azahra, can you turn on the microphone, Hana Azahra?
Yes.
Okay, Hana Azahra, what is the third one? Do we have? We already mentioned about opaque. Second one, transparent. What is the last one? Trans what?
Translucent.
Yes, translucent. Well done, Hana Azahra. Okay, so what did you understand about translucent, Hana Azahra?
I understand about
Understand about what?
if
If we can see the object through them or not?
yes, a little bit.
A little bit, yes. We can see through, but it's not too clear, right? It's not detailed, correct or not?
Yes.
Yes, well done, Hana Azahra. Thank you. Okay, so just now, even though teacher didn't call your name, but when your friend answered the question, teacher hope you listen to them, okay? Why? Because I'll try my best to call all of you, okay? If teacher didn't call you in previous class, I will call you today, all right? Okay, so your friend already already mentioned about opaque object, transparent object, and translucent object. Okay, so example of translucent object, just now teachers show you a picture of an office where they use frosted glass. Okay, frosted glass is the example of translucent object here. The picture of office here, they use frosted glass. There's a person inside this room, two person, but we didn't know, is it the woman or the guy? It's not clear, it's not detailed, like a transparent object. Okay. All right, so this is what I'm talking about just now, okay? For transparent object, okay, is a material that allow nearly all the light to pass through. Means when the light can pass through, you can see through them, okay? Clear window is an example for the transparent object. This is additional example, okay? Just now teacher already gave you example, and now we have additional example. So for translucent, now the example they give is the leaf as well. Material that allows some or little light to pass through them. For example, frosted glass that teacher showed you just now. Frosted glass, they use that to cover the office area so that people from the outside cannot see them. Okay, cannot see them clearly. They know there is someone inside the room, but it's not clear. Is it a he or is it a she? Like that. Okay. So for opaque object is the material that do not allow. No light can pass through. Light cannot pass through at all. So please listen to this carefully. Please remember this. When the light cannot pass through, the shadow will be formed. Shadow will be formed when the light cannot pass through. If the light can pass through, shadow cannot be formed. Okay, if the light can pass through, if you can see through them, okay, no shadow will be formed. Okay, so this one we already done the revision about shadow. Shadow is the dark image. When you stand under the sun, you can see, oh, there's a black thing following me. That is your shadow. Okay, because your body is blocking the light from the sun, so the shadow will be formed. That's how it goes. Okay, so later teacher will upload this one in Seesaw. Don't worry for those who did not have the book. Okay, teacher will assign this activity to you. For now, teacher hope you guys understand about the transparent, translucent, and opaque object. Okay. Yes, Adni, did you raise your hand just now? Yes.
I get some water.
Oh, okay. All right. So teacher need everyone to open your activity book. Activity book page 42. Page 42.
Me and Afif.
Adni and Afif, teacher will assign the activity now in Seesaw, okay?
Okay.
All right, wait for a while. Okay, those who did not join the class yesterday, we have done completing page 41. If you haven't do page 41, make sure you open the recorded video, okay, of our class yesterday that teacher already uploaded in Seesaw. Watch that video and complete activity 41. Okay, if you're already done, then it's fine. Today we are going to continue page 42, 43, and 44. I think some of you already done activity page 43 and 44 during our first MCO. Okay, but if you're not done yet, don't worry. We're going to complete it today.
Teacher.
Yes.
Can we leave?
Wait. We're going to do the activity in page 42 together, so that if you have anything to ask me, you can ask me right away. You can leave if it's time for you to do the activity in seesaw later, okay? Let's do together first, then later you can leave, then rejoin for the discussion. Okay, those who did not have the activity book, kindly check your seesaw. Teacher already assigned the activity for you, okay? Those who have the book, okay, open page 42. Open page 42. Let's do it
Activity book
together
tu.
so that if you have anything to ask. Yes, it's Iskandar Mizari, our science activity book. Because this one, 42. Because this one, when we learn about clarity of shadow during the first MCO, many of you did not bring back your book at home, right? So you didn't have your book. That's why you haven't do this page yet, okay? So we're going to complete it today.
Sir,
Yes,
kita tak hantar dia
yes.
aktiviti saya. Aktiviti.
I already assigned lah, Afif. Try to check at the activity page in Seesaw.
Teacher,
Teacher already assigned to all primary 2. Yes.
Tak ada.
what time we come back?